So, Matilde, now we are trying to realize a Partimento by Fedele Fenaroli, was one of the great teachers in the Neapolitan Partimento tradition. And this is book 4 without figures. So we have to apply the rules we have already learned on the previous book, and which I have classified in 5 classes of rules. So first class 1 is the basic actions. Class 2 include the cadences or cadenze. Base 2 is rule of the octave. Then we have base motions. Then we have suspensions, and we have scale mutation or very local modulations. And in this Partimento, we are facing a new game, and this game is imitation. So imitation is a way, very important way, to embellish a otherwise less interesting realization of a Partimento. But of course, before attempting to make imitations or diminution, and diminutions means that you have to transform the block chords in your right hand in something more interesting, more melodically and texturally interesting. But before attempting to do this, you have to understand the basic frame of the accompaniment in order not to get astray. So let's play. First of all, we have to play just the bass line as it's written, and we do it in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, and we stop at the beginning of bar 5, just with your left hand. Very well, we stop here. So you probably have noticed that this is a figuration of 6 notes, but there is one note that is more important than the other notes. Which one is?
The first one.
The first one, exactly. So if you play only the first note of each bar, do it. Right. Very good. And this is obviously a scale, or a fragment of a scale. How can we accompany a scale?
With the rule of the octave.
With the rule of the octave, exactly. The other notes after the first one are embellishment, or we might use a better term, are diminutions of the first note. So let's try to play the first 5 bars using the rule of the octave. You choose the position. This is first position, which is good. Right. I suggest a better. Do it again. Very well. Rule of the octave is not the only possibility. We can have other possibilities. For example, this is called the ascending 7/6. Means that you play the octave. Now you have to play the whole, not just the first note in the bass, but every note in the bass, right? And you play the octave, and then when the bass moves up to the next note, so in the bar 2, the octave becomes a seventh. The seventh must resolve down to a sixth, and before moving to the next note, the sixth becomes an octave again, right? This way. Okay, play the third. Right. Very well, very good. So this is an alternative possibility to the rule of the octave that works very well in this specific case. Now we have a cadential progression, or as they said, a cadenza lunga. And you accompany the cadenza lunga with the segment of the rule of the octave. Very well. Now, play the bass line again. Re, re, re. Right, right. Now, the question is always, which is the basic rhythmic pulse in a partimento? The way rhythm constantly, or not always constantly, that we're seeing moves. It's 16th note, right? Yeah, 16th. Now, the basic rhythmic pulse can slow down during the cadences, as here, and this is normal. But when in a non-cadential position, the rhythmic pulse slows down, this always signals something. And this something is usually imitation. Robert Gerdingen used the term interesting part and boring part. So, and imitation means, in this case of the interesting verse and boring part, double counterpoint. So double counterpoint means that you have to mount the slow part on the fast part and the fast part on the slow part. So play the slow part. Now we have to play the fast part here. So you play the left hand and the right, and what your left hand was playing sixth bar before, now you're playing with your right hand. Right. Now, and vice versa. So play the beginning with this kind of figuration in your right hand. No, third. Yes, I suggest you to use the 8-7-6. Now cadence. Oh, you have to continue this the motion for just a little bit before slowing it down. So right, very good. Now the bass moves again in 16th note, and you did the right thing. So you play with your right hand by tenths, using the same figuration of the left hand. So para, ri, ra, 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 ra. Okay. Yeah, good. Oh, this is a cadence concealed here. So, probably you haven't seen the cadence because it's concealed by the diminution, but there's a cadence here. Right? Right. Now we have a difference in. So this is a bass up a fourth, down a fifth. So you have to use the correct pattern or schemata for the accompaniment of this bass motion. Possibly using the same figuration as before. So more difficult here. I can understand. But basically, you know, the chords are. So to understand the chordal structure, play this, just the chord. G sharp.
Then?
Okay. Right. Okay. Now, if you want to embellish, instead of this is a special kind of a special technique that's called the diminution. Diminution, when you transform a chordal frame in a figuration, in which is apt to your instrument. Very good, congratulations. You made great progress in this art of Partimento.